Welcome back, everybody, to A Toda Madre. It's your boy, Rallis, here with another late movie review. That's what I'm going to be calling these late movie reviews because I never give them to you on time. Well, anyways, I didn't give you Thunderbolts, but I'm going to give you Final Destination. With the Thunderbolts one, I'm probably going to mesh it up together with the Captain America because it is an MCU thing leading up to the Fantastic Four. So that's my idea where I'm going to. I'm just going to make a little MCU rant video and then give you that. But for now, let's talk about Final Destination Bloodlines. So this is part 6 out of the 6 series. It's been what 10, 15 years since the last one. Going into it, seeing the trailer, I was like, "Oh." Going into it, I was like, do I really want to see it? At the end of the day, it's gore and it's blood and it's somewhat horror comedy because some characters are stupid and dumb and assholes. Some characters are serious and all that. So we get a mixture of both. Try to keep it as realistic as possible. I myself have always enjoyed the Final Destination movies. I loved one. I loved two. I was okay with three. I thought four was trash. The kills are always good though, right? And then of course part five, which was okay, and then of course part six. Anytime this week, I will rank the Final Destination movies from one through six, which was the best one. What do I think? Give you a mini review, give you a rating, and move on because I think it deserves that. And that's probably going to be my first ranking movie before I start making it into a topic, ranking the movies, ranking the movies. I think this will be the first series, and it has to be more than five movies for sure, so that it can be a good series. Yeah, like a good series run. Because sometimes I do get bored, but I want to talk about old movies. Sometimes I want to talk about movies that are sequels, like Jurassic World, that's coming up in July. Anywho, anyhow, anyway, let's talk about Final Destination Bloodlines. Pros. The movie is actually very entertaining. It's worth your 10, 14 bucks, 15 bucks, wherever you go. It's totally worth it. You're going to get your money's worth. The kills are fun. The gores are very goryish, not like Saw gore or Hostel, where it's like, oh, it's just like quick out of the way, but it still gives you your Final Destination kills, like bodies being chopped up, squished, and all that stuff. I will get into spoiler territory at the end. At the very end, right now, I'm just gonna keep it simple, contrast to the point. It's not a bad movie. There's some scenes that can make it bad, like the CGI kind of looks choppy here and there, but it's not a bad movie. It certainly is not a bad movie. Like I said, you'll get your money's worth. Are you gonna love it? You might not love it. Are you gonna get bored? It can be boring at times, but the whole story with the bloodline thing and all that, I kind of liked it because I was like, okay, they're trying to keep it fresh. One thing that I loved was that they're still they brought us back to the first two. Where little things were like, ooh, we're like, you gotta use your common sense, you gotta use your common sense. And then of course being unlucky. But when I see all those things, I'm like, all right, I like this. I like this. Still keeping it very naturish, very death presence, like when death comes for you. I like that. I really like that how they made the minimal things become a big thing, and that's something that I feel in sometimes in a way that the other three movies have lacked, where they stop concentrating on those little aspects where they want to make you cringe, even though that was not the kill. I like that aspect. And then like the aspect of the movie, how how it connects back all the way to the 1960s. That this has happened in the back. I love that, and now it's all the way into the present, which it connects very, very good. I do appreciate a little bit of that, right? Of course, like I said, the kills they can be little very CGI ish here and there, but there's some scenes that are kind of practical where you're like, okay, okay, and the thrills to it. I want to say there's literally, let me see, there's about I think nine kills around there. maybe less, maybe more. I don't remember good, but I want to say majority of them. The buildup is good, except for like one. That one, I'm like, like it was there, but that's it. Like it wasn't. The other ones have a buildup where you're like, ooh, the tension and all that. It increases, it increases, it increases, you know. And then of course the the daydream, or in this case the day nightmare, right? Where the premonition. That one's not the best. There's have been better ones. This is not the best one. I do love the fact that six brings in a lot of from Final Destination 2, which I do believe Final Destination 2 is the best movie of the series. You'll know this off the bat. So that brings a lot from that Final Destination. And I like that because I'm like, it's giving you that vibe. Tony Todd's in it. But the big part of the movie, the beginning and all that, that whole buildup is pretty cool too. I liked it. I really did like it. And like a little bit softer now. A little bit like they made you get comfortable just so that I can bam and what's it called? And then it shows you why it's been taking forever to get to 2025. So basically, you can kind of say that all the other movies is because of this movie, but we've yet to see that, right? They don't make the right connections like 100% to each one, but it alludes to that, which I loved. I was like, all right, cool. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. As far as the movie, like I said, it's entertaining. I loved it. The story ties in with everything. The kills are nice. They're not too brutal. They're not too disgusting. They're just nice, nicely done. The the drama sequences were pretty decent. The comedy sequences pretty funny, and you don't get you'll get your asshole character, and you'll see him right away, or her right away, or him right away, or her. I'll keep you guessing. But other than that, it was a very very solid movie. Now let me get into the cons. I only have three, and one will be a spoiler. I would say all three are spoilers. One, spoilers, big fucking spoilers right now. One, the penny at the end. I fucking hated that. I really did hate that. Two, it kind of kills the momentum of Final Destination One, where what's his name? Casey, Alex. When Alex saves the guy in the car, it skips him and goes directly to Billy. It was like, oh, it skipped me. It skipped me. And then at the end of Final Destination 1, is like, you see, I saved you. And there's like, no, it just skipped me. And then it kills the bad guy, right? The other guy. So when I see that, and then in this movie, big spoilers, big spoilers. If you don't want to hear it, change it right now. I'm gonna give you a countdown. Five, four, three, two, one. So basically, Dev is saying that they didn't get to that family because all the other people, that 100 people that were there, he was killing every single family member until it got to that one. Because in the dream, she's the last one that died, or in the premonition, she was the last one to die. So it's catching up to him before I can start killing off the families, right? There's the thing though. In Final Destination 1, it teaches that it can skip it if it can't get to you. So that means that if it shouldn't be waiting for that particular character to kill her off so he can get to the other family member. Like it doesn't work that way because of part one. And that really, really freaking bugged me bad, where I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, it just, because it kills what it meant. That's what it did. It just kills what it meant. And I know I had another gripe about part three. I just don't remember. I know that the penny scene at the end, I really hate it. The other one, I hate it again. Let me see if I have another one. It was another spoiler. Um, I I don't remember it. I know that I had another one, but those two are the main ones. Those two are the main ones. Um, yeah. So as I heard me say, great movie. 7 out of 10. I'll give it a seven, maybe 7.5 if you like that little more gorish parts. I thought it was a solid movie. You'll have fun in the theaters. You won't be bored unless you want to be bored and you're a boring person. This movie you won't be bored. I can promise you that. I will be ranking the Final Destination movies in a week or two. I gotta rewatch them all to make sure that all fall in place. But I will say that Final Destination 2, no matter what, will always be the best movie of the Final Destination movies. It's six of them, so it's not a lot of them. I will give you that ranking system. Like I said, in a week or two, I will definitely do it. But anyways, people, have you seen Final Destination Bloodlines? What do you think of it? Do like, comment, subscribe.